I wish I had never answered the first call. If I had just let it ring, maybe none of this would have happened. Maybe he would have stayed where he was. This started last year, a few months after I moved into my grandmother's old house. She had died unexpectedly, and since I couldn't afford rent anywhere else, my mom let me stay there while we figured out what to do with the property. The house sat at the edge of a quiet neighborhood in Los Angeles, isolated, but far enough from the main road that nights were very still. No traffic noise, no late-night pedestrians, just the hum of distant generators and the occasional barking dog. My grandmother had lived there alone for over 20 years. Everyone kept saying how lucky I was to inherit a fully paid house, but the place never felt empty. The first call came on a Tuesday night. I woke suddenly to my phone vibrating on the bedside table. Not ringing, just vibrating. I always kept it on silent. Half asleep, I grabbed it. Unknown number. Time, 3:17 a.m. I answered without thinking. Hello? Nothing. No static. No background noise. Just silence. I was about to hang up when I heard it. Breathing. Slow, wet, and even like someone struggling to breathe through a blocked nose or swollen throat. Hello? I said again, louder. The breathing stopped instantly. Then the call ended. I checked the call log, annoyed more than scared. Probably a wrong number. I rolled over and went back to sleep. The next night, it happened again. Same time, 3:17 a.m. Different number. This time, I didn't speak. I just listened. The breathing was louder than before. Close, intimate. Like whoever it was had their mouth pressed directly to the microphone. After maybe 15 seconds, something else came through. A faint dragging sound, like fabric scraping across the floor. Then, a soft thud. My mouth went dry. Who is this? I whispered. For a moment, there was nothing. Then a voice, barely audible, like it was coming from deep inside the tunnel. Hello. The way he said it made my stomach turn. Not confused, relieved, like he'd been waiting for someone to answer. Wrong number, I said quickly, and hung up. I didn't sleep again that night. Over the next week, the calls came every single night. Always 3:17 a.m. Always a different number. Always the same breathing. Sometimes there were sounds behind it, shuffling, scraping, a faint metallic clink. Once, I heard what sounded like crying. Not loud sobbing, just weak, exhausted whimpering. I blocked every number, but it didn't matter. They kept coming. I asked my mom if my grandmother had ever complained about prank calls or anything strange. She hesitated. Why? I shrugged, just wondering. Another pause. Then she said she used to unplug her phone at night. That made my skin crawl. Why? She said someone kept calling late, but she wouldn't talk about it. After that conversation, I started noticing things about the house I hadn't before. Doors that didn't quite latch, cold spots in the hallway, a faint smell of damp earth near the kitchen. And one night, while getting water, I heard something downstairs. A dull, hollow thump, like someone hitting wood from underneath. I told myself it was pipes. Old houses make noise. But the next morning, I found something odd. The small storage door in the kitchen, the one that led to a crawl space under the house, was slightly open. I was certain I had closed it. That night, I decided to stay awake. I sat in bed with the lights on, phone in hand, waiting. At exactly 3:17 a.m., it rang. Unknown number. I answered immediately. The breathing was frantic this time. Panicked. Then I heard words, clearer than ever before. Please. My chest tightened. Who is this? Cold. A scraping noise followed, loud enough to make me pull the phone away from my ear. Then, open. I froze. Open what? There was a long pause, and then, in a hoarse whisper that sounded like it tore through his throat, door. At that exact moment, something downstairs slammed. Not loud, but heavy, solid, like wood hitting wood. I hung up and locked my bedroom door. The next morning, the crawl space door in the kitchen was wide open, not just cracked, fully open. A sour, rotten smell seeped out, damp soil, mold. and something else underneath it. Something metallic, something like old blood. I didn't go down there. I told myself a stray animal must have gotten in. But that night, I pushed a chair against the crawl space door before going to bed. 3:17 a.m. My phone vibrated. I ignored it. It stopped, then started again immediately, over and over. Finally, I answered, shaking. The breathing was right there, so loud it distorted the speaker. "Why won't you open it?" The voice croaked. My eyes darted toward my bedroom door. "I don't know what you're talking about." A wheezing sound came through. Then, "She used to." My stomach dropped. "She," I whispered, before she stopped. "My grandmother." Something slammed downstairs again, harder this time. I heard the chair scraping across tile. My heart stopped. I didn't move. I didn't breathe. Then came a slow, dragging sound from below, like something heavy being pulled across the floor, toward the stairs. Step, drag, step, drag. My phone was still at my ear, almost there. The voice whispered. I ended the call and shoved the phone under my pillow like that would somehow make me invisible. The dragging stopped at the bottom of the stairs. For several seconds, there was only silence. Then one step creaked. Another, slow, weak, but climbing. I locked myself in the bathroom and stayed there until sunrise. In the morning, the crawl space door was closed again. The chair was back in its original position, but the tile floor was streaked with dark smears, like something dirty had been dragged across it. I packed a bag that day. I didn't even finish packing everything. I just left. 2 days later, my mom called. Her voice sounded strange. "Did you move something in the house?" "No." Another pause. "They found something." My chest tightened. "When your grandmother bought the house, the previous owner had done renovations, illegal ones. There's a hidden sub-basement under the crawl space. Police opened it." I couldn't speak. "They found a man down there." My vision blurred. He was alive. He had been missing for over 10 years. No windows, no electricity, bare concrete walls. The only way in or out was through a hatch hidden beneath the crawl space floor, sealed from above. There were scratch marks everywhere, and a pile of old phones, dozens of them, all dead, except one, the one they found in his hand, still on, still connected to a call. My number, dialed at 3:17 a.m. Every night for months. The police asked how he got access to a phone. There was no signal down there, no charger, no explanation for how it even powered on. But that wasn't the worst part. The worst part was what he kept saying after they brought him out. Over and over. Weak, hoarse, confused. Why did she stop answering? I don't live there anymore. The house was demolished. But sometimes, my phone still vibrates at night. And no number, no caller ID. Always at exactly 3:17 a.m. I never answer, because once, a few weeks ago, I accidentally did. There was no breathing this time, no crying, just a dry, rasping whisper I recognized instantly, right beside my ear, not through the phone, from the darkness next to my bed. "I found you."